I made it, you can make it. There's a saying that bullets don't have eyes, and you can ask my friend. It caught him by surprise. Somebody had to be praying. Cause not only did
Hey, what's up? My name is Sherman S. Brown.
And I'm Corey P. Smith.
Hey, welcome to the dialogue. And what we're going to talk about today, man, I guess it's life, right? How long you been an entrepreneur?
I've been an entrepreneur a little bit over 20 years now.
20 years?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, like, I tell people all the time, in order to get successful, you can't go on the interstate. You got to go the long route.
That's a fact. You almost got to look at it like, you know how you, like we live in Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's certain times of the day, like when you get on the freeway,
Mm-hmm.
I-240, like let's say in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
like you might see all the cars going
Mm-hmm.
west, and you on the other side, no traffic, no congestion.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to always look at it like, I know all these people head to work somewhere, but I'm going the other direction. And this kind of like how I would analyze and break down my reasons and for wanting to be an entrepreneur. Like, that's one of the keys, in my opinion, to being an entrepreneur and being successful is going in a different direction than the crowd or the direction that you see the majority of the people going in, because most of those people, I don't want to use the word of them being afraid, because we hear that a lot. I just want to say, I say that most of them are unaware of the information that's available to them to put them in the position to be going in the same direction that I'm going in. So
Now, I heard the other day, man, I did hear this, and the guy said, hey, man, what you was talking about a long time ago, we just not doing it.
right,
So, like, in life, period, I guess what we can do the dialogue, right? I ask you a couple of questions, uncut questions, right? You just do the same thing for me.
right,
I guess that's the dialogue, right?
right,
right? So the question that I have for you is, another question rather, like in being successful and going through the channels of life, right? Not knowing what the end is, but them bruises and bumps going through, and also mistakes that came about, but not looking at it from your point of view, looking at it from their point of view. Because in life, you got to look at different perspectives, right? And it takes endurance, right? So after you reach a certain level of life,
right.
how did you look at those things?
In terms of the pitfalls and the failures and you know, the losing money trying to do different things and the not knowing how certain things is gonna turn out. Like, at this point in my life, I'm grateful. I embrace the whole journey that the last 25 years have brought me. And the reason I say that is because those things are necessary. It's like I told a young guy a few months ago, and he talked about overnight success. And success is not overnight. You know, this cliche, but it's never overnight. The only thing that may be overnight is you winning the lottery. And even a lot of times people can win the lottery and they don't stay rich for long, because that lets you know that you have to be willing to go through the process, whatever that process may be, and in terms of you know, going taking the journey of being an entrepreneur, or as most people, they have aspirations of being rich, but they're afraid of the journey. And the reason they're afraid is because it's like an unknown for them. And then that's scary for a lot of people. Like, it's it's almost like, you know, we had a real conversation about marriage the other day, and I opened up about some things normally that I wouldn't even talk about, and you kind of expressed to me like, okay, you halfway healed. But
Yeah.
I say that to say this, like, it's like when you get married, you have an idea of what that's going to be like. You have certain goals that you have even set before you say your I do's, and you have to look at being an entrepreneur and going into business. You gotta look at it the same way and have the same attitude, and you gotta stay the course. And if you kind of relate that to the scenario of being married, that's the same problem that people have in business. They don't want to stay the course, or it's just too much for them and they can't figure it out and they quit.
It was a hurdle. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a hurdle. And, you know, like on both sides, I've just chosen the hurdles that, even the hurdles that I fail and crack my face on, I keep it moving. You know?
But at that time, it's so, even though we supposed to keep it moving, right?
Right.
And it's almost like we want to keep it moving, but it's so hard at that moment, right? Because, like, you say a fifth grader, we've passed the fifth grade in school.
Right.
But if our kid come home and say, hey, Dad, I had a fight. Right. It's the biggest fight. I'm not going back to school.
Right.
He hit me too hard, right?
Right.
We've been there before.
Right.
We know that kid can't hit enough to stop your life, right? Exactly. But to that kid, it's the biggest battle of their life. So when we're going through a hurdle, at whatever age that person is in, it's the biggest battle, right?
Right.
So how, and it's easy to say keep going, but what do you have to really put in you? You know what I'm saying? To jump over that. What can you use? You know what I'm saying? What nugget or what piece?
Well, I could say for me, it's the people that I wake up every morning and look them in the face, which would be my wife and kids. I envision the happiness that I want to bring to them in their lives. That's what keeps me going. Like I really got to a point where that's all that mattered to me. Like, these are the people that I love, and I want to put these people in a position where they basically can tell the world, like, kiss my ass if they wanted to. You know, I'm in a position to, like, basically write my own story. So, like, create my own narrative.
So do you say, like, I know love now?
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, I do. I know. I understand love a whole lot more now. I understand. I understand the value. I'll say the value when we speak in terms of reaching success from a monetary standpoint, and because you always hear that cliche, money is not everything, and that's true. Money is not everything, and money is everything. It's almost like saying everything's not about money, but at the same time, it is.
Right.
But
working every day trying to grind.
Yeah, but it's like I understand more like how that encompasses my views in terms of money and the people that I love. I want money, and I do the things to try to maximize my financial situation because I want to give my family the best possible life. But at the same time, and I express this to you, like, when I was going through things within my marriage or with my family, it hit me like, none of this matters. No, all the money that I have, all the material things, none of it matters if I don't have if these people that I love, I can't share it with them because they the ones that I'm doing it for. So if that factor is not there, then damn.
All right,
money really isn't everything.
So a lot of relationships, right, be like this. I hear it. Like, the wife is at home in love, and the guy is trying to survive.
Right.
and it comes to a battle of, I think Bobby Womack had this song. Somebody had a song symbolic to.
If you think you're lonely now.
No, not that. It was almost like, want me to stay at home, be with you, but I can't go make no money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It might have been Bobby Womack or Johnny Taylor, one of them.
Somebody. So like, how could that? I know a lot of people going through that now. Like, you know, we are in a capitalistic world, right? We get paid by the hour for the most part, right? But if we want to eat a good dinner at Ruth Chris or whatever fancy restaurant, we got to work a whole week for that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Work a whole 40 hours for a good meal. But then they say we the head, not the tail, above, not beneath, and then there's our borrowers, right? So when a king, a man, see that drive and trying to get to the successful realm, and the other significant one wants you there, but you sacrifice it. But it's a battle, you know, within that relationship. You know what I'm saying?
But I've been there, and you can look at it in two ways. I had a guy. This guy just graduated high school, and he was at my house helping me do some yard work because he came to my daughter's swimming party and jumped off one of our tables and cracked it anyway. He had to. That was him paying me back. But this is what he said to me. He said, in the midst of us conversating, he asked me. He said, "What's your opinion about a woman bringing something to the table?" Right? Because that's what his father had instilled in him. Like, a woman's supposed to bring something to the table. And I told him, I said, man, I really don't give a damn. You know, I'm going to do what I got to do anyway to handle my business, regardless of whether my wife does X, Y, Z, whatever. But at the same time, when you talk about this significant other, it's very important that the person that you love or the person that you married to vibrates with you.
Okay.
And in a positive way, because you always hear people say it separate the personal from the business. That's easy to do when you in business with somebody you have no emotional attachment to.
Correct.
I can't separate, like, if I'm going through something with my wife and be like, let me sip, and that affects me. Like, it affects me. It's almost like I ask somebody, what's the Kate Spade? When she left, I think it's Kate Spade. She committed suicide and left a note and told her daughter to ask her dad. Or you hear about people they get, they go into a depressed state, or they be unhappy because of something that their spouse has done. It affects them because they have an emotional attachment to them. So it's very important. It's not a problem that the wife stays home, but it's important that she understands what you're trying to get accomplished and supports you from a physical standpoint, means, take care of you physically. From a spiritual standpoint, she has to understand that. And just also just being a motivator and your biggest fan. If that other individual, and I say male or female, understands that, then it's going to help you guys leap over a whole lot of mountains that otherwise you have to carry the other person up if they don't understand. Because when we're talking about a female, I had to look at it like this. Okay, I had 3 kids with my wife. So
you still got them, man.
I still got them. So she gotta cook. She gotta clean. She gotta wash clothes. Like, I ain't washed my clothes in over 23 years.
Yeah.
She gotta make sure they good mentally, have them straight for school.
Job.
Yeah. On top of, whatever, go grocery shop, whatever the case may be. So just imagine a woman doing all of those things and working 8 hours.
Right.
So I look at things from their perspective. So, okay, I'm gonna go try to be an entrepreneur, but as long as the other things, the other factors that I just spoke
coupons,
about,
all that.
yeah, and my wife utilized those. But as long as all those things are in place, then you guys should be good. But the problem is, most of the time, what happens, the wife, and I say the wife because a lot of times the entrepreneur, the guy is the one out there grinding. They can't see it. They can't see the end results. It's almost like, you know how you have a racehorse. Well, a racehorse, he got blinders on both sides, right? So he can't see, the horse can't see to the left, can't see to the right. All they can see is the finish line. But they got the jockey that's riding them. The jockey can see everything. And a wife is supposed to be that jockey for you to be like, because you focused on, like, I'm trying to be, get to the finish line, be successful to win the prize for us. So if she's that jockey that she can see everything and she knocking shit away is, you know, trying to protect you, and she understand y'all working together and what the goal is, then y'all gonna be good.
But do it be so egotistical? Like, we know it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we know it. They just don't know it.
But like sometimes as a man, because we're so dominant, right?
Right.
They can say, "Don't do this venture," right? Or "Don't go here," right? Or "Don't do that."
Right.
And sometimes we'd be like, "I got it."
Right.
And a lot of times it happens the way that they said, but
Man,
we're not humble enough to just say, you know what I'm saying?
Man, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Like, that done happened to me so much. Like, so many times I've dealt with people, and if my wife had the opportunity to meet them, she already done, like, she already give me an opinion, like, I wouldn't deal with that, or I wouldn't go in this direction, or I wouldn't invest in this, or I wouldn't do that. And I'm happy to say, like, 8 out of 10 times she was right. But I had to get to a point where I realized, like, man, if I'm really in tune with this person, like, God put them there to balance me out.
But I think what I'm seeing now, it had to be a proven point on both sides.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, because I think it's crazy. I was using the restroom not too long ago. I said that a lot of two things came to me. A lot of relationships could last longer if the other person can value that end goal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's almost like a stock, right? When we're not public, that stock is not public, right? It's a stock with no value.
Right.
And a lot of relationships give value to the unvalued situations and don't have that faith for that person because they don't really know the end goal or believe they can get to the end goal.
Right.
That makes any sense?
It makes plenty of sense. And that's because it's so many negative outside factors that if anybody that's in, I'm going to say, marriage or relationship period gives way and is not strong enough to deflect like anything negative when it comes to you trying to get ahead in life and accomplish the goals that you need to accomplish, like, it can work in a bad way for you where shit, you never gonna get there. Like, you're almost like you're not gonna be rich being connected to this person because the energy is so bad.
Wow. Yeah.
Like, it's just not gonna happen. It's almost like that momentum that you need. It's like, I'm gonna tell you something. It's like, and I say this about sex, right? Or just the right woman. And you, man, Hollywood tells you so much. I could think of 3 movies right now. I'm gonna use let's say, you remember Rocky, right? Remember Adrian was in the she was in the hospital. And he was just in the hospital with her the whole time. She woke up and she told him, like, basically, go win, go do it. Like, that right there that propel them. And then I can think of another movie.
Is that when he jogged and got on top of the thing and did this right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was one movie. We could think about Scarface. Like so many people idolize the movie Scarface and what he did. Although I think in reality, like he really was a scumbag and a loser. But he told the woman when he was trying to get her, he was like, I can, you know what I'm saying? Basically, I can conquer the world with a woman like you behind me. And a lot of women don't understand that when it come to their man. Like I feel like when me and my wife right, or she taking care of me, like it ain't shit that I can't do.
Right.
I can go conquer the world. But like I said, they can go in another direction when you got a woman that don't understand her power. She also can like make it real hard for her. She can make it real hard for you. So, you know, you got to look at things from that perspective.
And the other part was we talked about their motivation with it. And give me a couple of questions. You want dialogue? So
The you know what? As far as you go, because I've been friends with you a long time, right? And I could say, to me, this is a testament to your success. Like, and a lot of people can learn from you in terms of your attitude. Do you realize in the last 20 years that I've been knowing you, I have never seen you depressed. I have never seen you angry. I have never seen you down. Right?
Yeah.
So even when you didn't know it, I was making all those observations from afar. And at the years ago, I was trying to figure out, like, why the hell, like, this guy, no matter what, like, how is he able to stay vibrating this way all the time, no matter, like, because it was like I told you the other day, like, we had a business venture that did not go right, but attitude didn't change. The positive outlook you had on things didn't change, you know. And I've told other people this. I said, this is a lot of people can learn from that. A lot of people can learn from having that same attitude when it comes to starting a business, when it comes to trying to keep a relationship, whether it's a business relationship, whether it's a personal relationship, trying to keep that in a positive light and making people understand that certain shit just don't matter. Just stay the course and steer negative energy. So I could say that about you, and I could ask that question now, like, what is it that has kept you with that state of mind over the last 20 years?
I think it really come from the gunshot. Because really, when I got shot in the mouth, I'm in the hospital, bro, I could have died. And so anything, I was 18.
Right.
So anything after that is a plus. Right. So, like, even if my motto is this. If I'm in New York, got one leg, and you see me, I want you to run to pick me up. That's for anybody I deal with, right? And I think I got to the point in life. You got a dog on the podcast. In life, man, I just been through so much now because I cry a lot inside. You know, I was married 15 years, did a divorce, had a business, several businesses, went down. Like a year ago, lost a lot of money, right? Pulled over and started crying, and God gave me 3 scenarios. Number 1, don't look back like Lot's wife and turn to a pillar of salt, and don't look down like Peter and drown. Right? That was one. The next one was, in life you got 2 flowers, a positive flower and a negative flower, and the one you water will grow. And how you water that flower is how you think. how you water that flower is what you talk about, right?
Right.
So I didn't talk about anything negative. I talk about positive energy, right? Then the third one was, what would be my motivation factor, right? Do I use hating as a motivating factor, or do I use love? And if I choose hating and saying that, you know how we say they don't want me to shine,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, they hate on me, right? And I know if I use that, that means that my motivation is limited, because once I accomplish that small goal, right, then I ain't motivated no more.
Right.
So I chose love. And by choosing love, it was hard doing it because we love, but we do love conditional, right? It's almost like, I love you, but I don't fuck with you no more.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we say that a lot.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that ain't really true love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't really true love if it's conditional. Love is unconditional, right?
Right.
So me in my life, I know even when I got shot, this guy, we still best friend. We ain't enemies.
Right.
I call him right now. If I'm going through something, he going through something, we talk. Because what if I made that mistake and shot him? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What justification do I want? Do I want to be, you know what I mean, criticized by him for the rest of my life and I knew it was a mistake? You know what I'm saying? Or do I want justice? I want justice. So in order for me to get justice or get satisfaction or get peace, I need to disperse that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So, and it's hard, but by going that route, the blessings that God got for you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I completely understand. Like, it's the reciprocation of the energy that you put out.
Yeah, what you want is what you put out. And like I know, I told you about this. Like, one of my movies is a toy,
Right.
Richard Pryor, right? And so many things in life, man. It's almost like we as blacks are a ticking time bomb for failure. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, you know about this, let's talk about credit, right? So you can have one trade line, you have an 800 score, right?
Right.
That's true.
That's a fact.
You can have 10 trade lines and have an 800 score, right?
Right.
But if you got one trade line and you late one time, what that score go to?
Probably a 453.
Right. But if you got 8 trade lines or 10 and one late, what it go to?
Probably 630.
Right. So in life, us as men who's trying to make it, we got the persona. We got everything, right? We the next snap to success. Right? But if one thing hit us, like the movie on the toy, when Rich Pryor went in that room and dude held the gun, he turned around, hit the domino, and all the dominoes fell, right?
Right.
And then dominoes to me represent divorce, job failure, business didn't work out, got into it over here. You know, everything of bad, right?
Right.
So when it hit one, it links to everything else. And then that's where you get into a spirit of, I'm not motivated no more. You know, you get into a spirit of down or no encouragement. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You have no, it's like you're in a slum. And man, I think I was talking to God. God said, man, like you can go to Wendy's right now, you can get the combo or you can get it a la carte. Right?
Right.
So we got to put a space between the dominoes. You know what I'm saying? If one thing happened in your life today, it does not link to everything else.
That's a fact.
But in my life, I was living by, so I got all these bad things in my life that didn't work. So now tomorrow comes. This deal didn't go through. I'm down. Now my mental is going to all these other things that didn't work in my life.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Right. So I put a space between the dominoes, and pressure can be a domino effect or it can be a combo. So now when I go to Wendy's, just give me the burger.
Just give me the burger.
I ain't gotta have the fries. I ain't gotta have all that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just give me that. If we a la carte our pain, bro, and if we can just really love, that's what I do.
Right.
And it's hard because when you love, you gotta receive some stuff. You You know what I'm saying? Like in relationships, if we love, we got to receive some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Receive things that we may not want to receive, but we got to receive it if we truly love.
Right.
And the outcome of that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's so powerful, man.
That's a fact. You gotta take the good with the bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna have to do this more often.
Yeah. The dialogue.
Incorporate.
Yeah.
Provide more information in terms of what we provide more information in terms of how we maneuver in life as far as business goes. Because we had that conversation about the younger generation. One of the things that they lack more than anything is the information.
It's a dog. Got the dog in the mouth. It's a dialogue, man. We just had this set like 20 minutes ago. It ain't pre-recorded. We right on the spot. We got casses on ones and twos.
We just did it.
Yeah. So the roof, I got a roofing company, right? It's my it's my mascot. Roof. Need a roof? All right. Oh yeah, he cool now. But yeah, go ahead. So we gotta do it often, man. We need to have uncut. And I think the guy was saying he's 30 something. What did he say?
He said he's
34.
Yeah.
And he said our generation don't give something. What did he say?
He said our generation don't we'll talk about it, but we don't provide the information or instruction to help the younger generation.
Yeah. We give the commercial.
Yeah, we talk about the war story, so to speak. Right? But we don't want to give the information to be like, okay, if you made $1 million, how did you do it?
Mm-hmm. Right.
But that's not true because you got guys like me and you. We put out a lot.
That's why we gotta have more dialogues.
Yeah, so
and I think a lot of also too. I think a lot of guys want to help younger guys in closing. I believe this. It's so many guys that's successful in an age of, range of, say, if I say 40 to 50.
Right.
It's so many guys successful, and they would love to help the young guys, but the young guys have to make themselves approachable. They got to receive, and they got to accept criticism.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
I understand exactly. Like everything you said encompasses being able to submit. Because most of the time you hear that word, you think it's just for a woman. Like
right.
Being submissive is also for a man. Like I can, when it comes to me, if I want some information from you, like, and I want to learn, I'm willing to submit myself to be like, okay, I'm trying to learn something. That isn't, and I think like what you just defined, like a lot of the younger guys, they don't understand it. They don't even know how to put themselves in their position.
Right. They don't. It's like I get it because they want to be men.
They want to be men.
I understand.
They don't understand this part of being
right.
Because
you can't be a good leader unless you're a good follower.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure if young guys will make themselves acceptable, there are older guys who say, man, come ride with me for a whole week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me give you the guy.
Yeah, but it has to be, and they got to understand that, because you're with me, I'm not going to give you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
When I say give you the game, it's still this.
Yeah, you gotta drive the car.
Yeah, it's a.
You know what I mean?
Still a cost that comes.
Yeah,
with it. Like,
you can be an asset at whatever level.
Right.
Because even if you just know how to drive, you know what I mean?
Right.
You can, if we go to the store, go get the juice real fast.
Right.
That what Puff Daddy did, right?
Right.
Did he do that for the company he worked with when he first started?
Yeah, with Entrepreneurial.
Yeah, I think he said he quit his job.
Yeah, he went and worked for free, I think.
Yeah, for free.
Because he wanted to learn the business.
Yeah, and see where he at now?
Yeah, he a mogul.
Yeah.
But
the dialogue.
But we definitely gonna have to,
yeah.
do it.
So you got books out, right? So I got one book, The Bullet in Me, Amazon, ShermanSBrown.com. Corey got about how many books you got?
I got 4 books out, 2 that are not released. One of the books is How to Outsmart the Credit Bureaus. It's been Amazon top 10 seller for the last 4.5 years.
Wow.
I got Conspiracy of Credit. That's also been an Amazon top 10 seller for the last 4 years. I have The Unbreakable Laws of Business Credit. I have The Credit Dictionary, which is not a dictionary. Like, it's probably the best book that I've ever written.
Wow.
When it teaches you about financial vibration, so to speak. The other two that are unreleased is The Game of Credit, which I really give a synopsis and, you know, talk about the things I went through in my life, the risks that I took throughout over the years, in the process of me getting to where I'm at today. Really good book, and the other book is Credit is for Poor People, and that book speaks about like a lot of social issues and how those social issues relate to the rich, the poor, you know, politics, things that I've always spoke about, and how I try to really give the poor people. I don't really like to use that word like that, but
Less fortunate.
the less fortunate or indigent. Like, let me give you some hustle tools to get to a certain point. That a lot of people, like we just spoke about, like they want to be at this level in life, but they don't know how to get there. And I just break it down in a way where it's not congested. All my books are very simple, like an 8th grader can read my books and get it, you know. So
I had a job and I had a 4-door Chevy. I was paying $5 a month, and the manager had the year of that year and had a car. He was paying $200 a month.
right.
What's up with that?
That's a part of the game, and I'm so big on that. Like, I really like giving people that part of the game. Like, now whether you choose to, if you got certain moral issues, or you feel like, nah, I'm not gonna do this or that, then you know, maybe some of the things that I speak about that ain't for you, you know. But I do try to provide as much information as I can through my books. I also have a course, an online course, Accelerated Entrepreneurs Academy. It's unbelievable course, a lot of information within the course.
All right, cool. All right, so you got all that going, right? You got a testimony in your phone of audio.
Yeah,
Play one. Put it to the mic.
Okay.
Why you doing that, man? What you think about this guy right here, man? Think about that guy right there.
Tupac.
Yeah.
I think Tupac was a free soul, way way ahead of his time, and I think he did what he was supposed to do in terms of his impact in this world. I don't know what it is within the universe is big,
Right,
as far as what he was doing, what he had to do in this world. He did it. Like, that's why we still talk about him to this day.
Okay. Cool. So you're gonna find audio, put it to the mic. Let's see what they said. Can you find one?
Yeah.
It's a dialogue, man. We come in uncut, just following the guide. I never done this before in my life. But Bernie Mac, what the fuck you looking at?
Yeah, we just like, let's do it now. Let me see. I think I got something here. Share content. Here go a phone conversation that I recorded. I don't know if you can hear it.
Put it to the mic. They may hear it later, but.
Brother, good news, huh? Yeah, they got
Put it to the mic.
they got 350 on both corps, and it's the approvals. 350 each. 350 each corp. 350 each corp so far, and yeah, 350 each so far, and he got more approvals coming in, so he'd probably be about four or five. One corp probably about 450, other one about 556.
That's $1 million easily.
Yeah, so right now it's 100%, 350 in each one, 340 and 360 or something like that. So 700,000 so far, and he said most of the docs are done, all the conditional docs.
Mm-hmm.
So he said hopefully he get one of them pop this week, like Friday or so.
Yeah.
If not, the early week after. But both of those are done, and he wants to find out how far I want to go. I said, don't hold up for me. Just get the first part done.
Mm-hmm.
Get everything in order. Everybody's brains free.
Yeah, so
The dialogue, man. There we go, man. So
it go down like that, but and that's a part of the game. Like a lot of people don't understand. Like even like one of the things I talk about.
Get the book.
Get the book. The new book though, I talk about leverage buyouts and
Okay.
stuff like that.
Okay.
People don't understand this. So
The dialogue.
but it was fun, man. You don't have to do it again and be more official with it. This was just like came to see you on some other business.
I like it like this. I don't want nothing planned. I don't want nothing planned or pre-programmed. Just go off the cuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm back to work. They need a roof. Holler if we'll put a roof on right now.
Yeah.
Peace.
All right. My name is Corey P. Smith. Check out my YouTube channel, Corey P. Smith. Instagram is Conspiracy of Credit. My books, Conspiracy of Credit, How to Outsmart the Credit Bureaus, The Unbreakable Laws of Business Credit, and the Credit Dictionary. You can also find me on Facebook, Corey P. Smith, my public page. Check me out. Check out the information that I've been putting out. I'm probably 110% sure if you get into it, you won't be disappointed. Utilize the resources and the information and move forward.
My name is Sherman S. Brown. Catch me on MySpace. No, I'm just tripping. ShermanSBrown.com, my website. My book is on Amazon. Wrote a book called The Bullet in Me. I'm also your best roofer worldwide.
That's right.
All right? All at me. The dialogue. Hey, man, but look, I dropped out of school in 9th grade, got a doctoral degree. You ain't saying nothing about that.
Oh, yeah.
Let's think about that. I just thought about it myself.
Man.
Yeah. Peace. Get the book.
Get the books.
Got shot in the mouth by my own best friend. Only to get life started and find out in the end that I had to tell strangers how it began. Look, I would love to tell you more. I'm a walking book, and you never know. That's why I took the lead that was in me. The lead that's in me, fired up the engine, and seriously.